Hello, 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 welcome to Firearms of America, and today I am extremely excited because I have another pair of Salomon boots to review, and today we have Quest 4D3 GTX boots. Now, I wanted to get my hands on these boots for quite some time, and finally I have them in front of me. So, let me tell you, if you are in a rush, if you can afford these boots and you're looking at them, get them. Absolutely amazing boots, money well spent. The only thing I wanted to mention is that Salomon, they do have two other types of similar boots that you might like a little bit more. It really depends on the preference. For example, they have the Quest Prime Gtx, which is very similar to this ones, which are a little bit lighter. And they actually have the Sensifit, which is the special technology basically that makes the boot wrap around your foot. It feels very nice. But here's the thing, to be honest, I was tricked to think that these boots actually have that Sensifit as well, because they do create that wrap around feeling around your foot. At the end of the day, it really comes down to the preference. But my advice to you, give it a shot. Try the other ones, try this ones, and see which ones you like more. Okay, so let's get into the review now of these Quest 4D3 GTX. So this is special review for our Ultimate Survival Boots section. So we're gonna be judging on several different criteria. The very first one is walking, running, length of comfort, length of wearing. Overall, the comfort levels, basically. So, to test this boot, I did a 5-mile walk and 3-mile run. Overall wearing time was about 6 to 7 hours. Let me tell you, these are one of the most comfortable boots that I had a chance to test, to run in, to walk in, and overall to wear. The only other comparable boots to this ones would be other Salomons. Yes, it would be the Quest Prime and also the Ultra 3 GTX X. I always confuse that name. Basically the mid-size boot. This is a full-size shaft, but they do have a shorter version, which is very similar to this one. Again, check those out. I have the links in the description below, so if you wanna take a look, just click on them and it will take you to Amazon. So, extremely comfortable whenever it comes to walking. Unbelievable, absolutely no fatigue. I didn't feel tired at all. My feet did not feel tired. They are extremely comfortable. They do have the Ortholite technology for the inner sole, which makes it it's sort of the jelly type of surface, which makes it very soft, very comfortable to wear. And because the boot wraps around your foot very nicely, it also creates that sort of supporting feeling. So your feet actually do feel better. It sort of connects your feet to the ground more, creates that traction. Also, they are pretty lightweight considering their size. They are only 640 grams, which is pretty good. And like I said, they do have a Quest Prime, which is a little bit lighter, and if I'm not mistaken, right off the bat, they are about 570 grams. A little bit lighter, but then again, like I said, 640 grams for these boots is not a lot at all. It's absolutely fantastic. They do feel very light on your feet whenever you're walking. That's another reason why it was pretty easy to run in these boots as well, because they are very light, and also because of the bottom sole. It is pretty flexible, so it does allow you to run properly. Another reason it's pretty easy to run is because they have this special double bottom sole. Basically, they utilize two different types of rubber in this bottom sole, or outsole as some people refer to it. The very bottom part that touches the ground is a hard rubber in order to protect from penetration. If you're walking in a rocky road and you step on a sharp rock, for example. And the top part is what gives you that flexibility in the bottom sole. So pretty cool. Again, this is one of those things that Salomon makes their shoes stand out are all those cool features that they include. Of course, wearing them for a long time, it was very pleasant as well. I didn't take them off for about 6 or 7 hours. So great job, absolutely great job, Salomon. Whenever it comes to comfort, this boots 10 out of 10 easily. Alright, so number 2 criteria is the stuff proof. These boots are waterproof. Besides that, I wanted to mention here in this section as well that they do have reinforced toe and reinforced heel, which is pretty good. They have this hard rubber on the back, hard rubber on the front, and of course this back, as you can see, this piece wraps around your foot here just to give you that extra ankle support and ankle protection, which is pretty cool. And I also mentioned already that there is this special bottom different kind of rubber that gives you that extra protection from penetration if you step on something sharp, for example. Okay, let's talk about the quality, number 3. Now, I did see a few negative reviews on Amazon regarding the quality, regarding certain parts getting unglued, but honestly, it sounds like a manufacturer's defect. It happens, believe it or not. Things happen, you know. So make sure to report that, as you know, test it out when you get it. If anything goes wrong, just report it to Salomon, and they are a great company. They will definitely take care of that. That should not be a problem. But you know, relying on the reviews that this boots actually did last, you know, 700-mile trails, we can judge, we can say that the quality is absolutely fantastic. So number 4 is the sole grip slip resistance, and I think this one is very important here for ultimate survival situations because it's one of those things that determines the application of those boots on different terrains, in different terrains. So here the versatility of this bottom sole is pretty good. As you can see, there is some aggression going on. There are some pretty aggressive groups like here, and at the same time it is also pretty flat. What it means is that it will be pretty good on different types of surfaces like wet grass, for example. You're not going to be, you know, sliding around the wet grass, and at the same time you're not going to get stuck in the mud or the sand if you are using these boots on those surfaces, because there is this versatility, there is this balance of aggression and not a lot of aggression. Also, I wanted to mention here on the bottom sole, as you can see on the side, there are special grooves for climbing. For example, if you're climbing the rope, this is this 2 grooves right here would be very useful for doing that. Now, Salomon, they have this feature, the special contra grip. It's contra grip is that special technology that they utilize basically for different types of for stability and for protection as well, for traction on different types of terrain. And this is actually another thing that you will find a little bit different on Quest Prime Gtx. They have a very much different bottom sole. I recommend you checking that out because that bottom sole looks pretty cool as well. This one is actually very similar to the Ultra X GTX, the mid hiking boot that they have, that the Salomon has. Alright, so whenever it comes to the sole grip slip resistance, I would give this boot an easy 9 out of 10 without the question. Pretty good versatility for ultimate survival situations. Number 5 is the temperature. Now, my tests I have done in a Florida heat, about 100 degrees. It's beginning of July, so it's probably the hottest that it gets here. Like I said, 100 degrees. But surprisingly, considering the size of these boots and all of the protection that you get with them, I did not overheat at all. You know, usually whenever you have a waterproof boot, you sacrifice that breathability. But that's not the case with this Salomon boots. Probably because they feature a really cool fabric, Gore-Tex, and that's the fabric that is, you know, specifically designed for being waterproof and at the same time provide that breathability. Pretty cool, definitely works. Now, number 6 is the sizing, very quick one, just to tell you whether they're true to the size or not. Yes, they are true to the size, and I've seen there were a few complaints to a previous versions of this particular boot. I'm not sure, maybe the earlier editions, earlier release, that they were running a little bit small. This is not the case with this one. Looks like Salomon took care of that problem. They fit absolutely perfectly. All right, number 7, I think, is the most important one whenever it comes to ultimate survival situations, is the balance of application, meaning that if you had to put them on today, right now, if something happened right now, something that requires for you to survive, you know, whether it's some catastrophe, natural disaster, war, and this was your last pair of boots or shoes, for that matter, to put on and, you know, walk out, run out, and walk for miles, run, climb, walk through different terrains, be in different situations, I don't know, riding a bike, swimming, riding a motorcycle, climbing a rock, I don't know, whatever situations that might happen during, you know, your ultimate survival. Imagine post-apocalyptic time and you're wearing these boots. Would these boots be would these boots be applicable? Would they be good? Would they be good in all of these different situations? I think so far these boots are one of the top boots in that category of being very, very flexible whenever it comes to different applications. The other boots that are somewhere near this ones, either a little bit above or a little bit below, would be the ones from Salomon. So Salomon, you guys, I know you specialize in hiking boots, but you managed to make, in my personal opinion, that amazing, fantastic, absolute survival boot, and these ones are on the top of the list so far, along with other Salomon boots that I have reviewed. Again, if you want to check them out, you can do that. Let's talk a little bit about the features just to wrap it up kind of very quickly. So we have all of this awesome features. The boot is very light. There's Ortholite inner sole. They are waterproof. They have that special bottom sole, which is very flexible and very good on different kinds of terrains. Now, whenever it comes to the hardware of the boot, the hardware is actually that heavy duty plastic. Now, I know some people might be turned off by that. I have not seen any problems, or I personally did not have any problems with Salomon heavy duty plastic that they use in their hardware, but I know that some people might be turned off by that. Actually, this hooks on the top right here that they have are metal, but this ones on the bottom, they are plastic. But if that bothers you, check out the Quest Prime Gtx. They actually do have metal hardware throughout. Also, the strings, they're very nice. It's very easy. Another thing that I didn't mention here with this boot is that they have this special tightening system which kind of breaks the tightening process into two. So here, whenever you're tightening, you tighten this part, right, the bottom of your foot, and then once you go through these hooks, well, not like that, but like this, through this, it basically catches on the string, and you can see it actually holds it in place without me even tightening up completely, so that you can tighten this part separately, so that you can have two different tensions here and here. What it does, it gives you that extra flexibility if you are going up the hill or down the hill and you need to release that pressure really quickly. You can definitely do that. Also, another thing, it's very easy and fast to put these boots on. I think that's another cool feature whenever it comes to ultimate survival boots, because obviously your survival situations, you would need something to put on very, very quickly. Okay, so the last one, the number 8, is the price. Now, that's really the only downside to these boots, because the price is actually, it's pretty expensive, you know, depending on the size, depending on the color that you can pick. The price actually varies between $175 up to all the way $514, which is crazy, I know, but that's just the way Amazon is. You know, if some sellers, they don't have particular size. Some sellers do, and obviously they take opportunity of that and they mark up the price like crazy. But typically you will end up spending about $230 $240 on this boot, so be prepared to spend the money if you want to buy this boot. So they are pretty expensive. In fact, I think they are the most expensive so far that I have reviewed on this channel. But honestly, you know, me being completely honest, I think all of the features that they are packed with, that we talked about in this review, and I hope I didn't forget to mention anything because there are so many of them, I think all those features, they make the price worth it. So let me know, guys, what do you think in the comments below. I would really appreciate you subscribing if you want to see more reviews. Like I said, I already did 2 pairs. This is my 3rd pair of Salomon boots. I have many other hiking, hunting, military, tactical style boots reviews on this channel, so if you want to check them out, go ahead, do that. And if you have any requests, you can definitely let me know in the comments below. If I have the opportunity, I will be glad to address them. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day.